Good morning, respected Chairman Indian Oil, Mr. S.M. Vaidya, Director R&D and Planning and Business Development, Dr. S.S.V. Ramakumar, Director HR, Mr. Ranjan Kumar Mahapatra, who is joining us virtually today, Director Finance, Mr. Sandeep Kumar Gupta, Director Marketing, Mr. V. Satish Kumar, who is also joining us virtually today, Director Pipelines, Mr. D.S. Nanavare, senior Indian Oil officials, IOCNs assembled here, as well as those joining us virtually from across the nation, ladies and gentlemen. While every moment is a fresh beginning, today, as we meet on the first day of the new year, I take this opportunity to wish each one of you the very best of 2022. We all experienced the last 365 days in different ways. The time has been the same. The situation has almost been the same, but how each one of us dealt with the prevailing situations has been different. Now is the time to put aside the past and present setbacks and look with confidence to the new day called tomorrow. As customary, we would begin this program with the Indian Oil song. May I request everyone to kindly arise for the song.
मेरा करम मेरा ईमान है, मेरी आन मेरी शान जान है। आधार देश की प्रगति का दुनिया में इतना सम्मान है। आगे बढ़ेंगे ऊंचे उड़ेंगे, हम सबका यही अभियान है। इंडियन ऑयल, इंडियन ऑयल, इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है। सबके हितों का संरक्षण हो, हर कार्य में नव परिवर्तन हो, हर दिल में भाव लगाव का हो, विश्वास वचन और कर्म न हो। आगे बढ़ेंगे ऊंचे उड़ेंगे, ये मूल्य मेरा अभिमान है, अभियान है, मेरी शान है। इंडियन ऑयल, इंडियन ऑयल, इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है। इंडियन ऑयल, इंडियन ऑयल, इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है।
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin the program, as an organization, we would like to remember and pray for the bereaved souls who left for their heavenly abode in 2021. These include IOCNs across the nation, both retired and current employees, and our contractual workforce. I request everyone to kindly arise as we observe silence for the departed souls. Thank you, everyone. To render an auspicious beginning to the new year and this program, I would request Chairman Indian Oil, Mr. Shrikant Madhav Vaidya, and the board members to kindly light the ceremonial lamp as we invoke the blessings of the Almighty and His presence alongside us in everything we do.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्म।
Thank you, sirs. As we move ahead in time, it is imperative to look back and realize how far we have come, how many hurdles we have crossed, and how many opportunities did we leverage upon. The past is not a place of residence, it is a place of reference. We at Indian Oil conquered much in terms of our business and extending support to the nation. Let us take a few moments to reminisce the past and rejoice the little milestones we reached. Can we have the AV, please?
Promises made, promises delivered. Benchmarks set, benchmarks conquered. The year gone by brought with it opportunities and expansion, helping us achieve a little more with each passing day. As we come to the end of yet another cycle, we gloriously celebrate 365 days of attainment, accomplishment, and achievement. When expansion led the way, when customer engagement and perception took center stage. When we walked the greener path. when we extended our circle of care. When people became priority. When we lived our philosophy of Pehle Indian, Phir Oil. Each year brings with itself a uniqueness, a chance to start from the beginning all over again. As we move into a new year with a new spirit ever more charged, we make a new resolve to craft a greener future.
The year 2021 was the year of opportunities at Indian Oil. It witnessed a gamut of new offerings, technologies, collaborations, and more, bringing in customer delight and sharpening our competitive edge. Today, as we usher in a new year, it is important to set out with a roadmap for the journey ahead. It is yet another first of a kind moment envisioned by the chairman to take us through the agenda supported by visual interventions for the year 2022. May I have the pleasure to invite the head of Indian Oil family, Mr. Shrikant Madhav Vaidya, to unveil the theme for the new year and take us through the blueprint. Sir, I humbly request you to kindly come up to the podium.
Dear colleagues, let me begin by sharing my best wishes for 2022. I hope this year will take you closer to the dreams you have nurtured for yourself and your dear ones. May this new year energize you with the courage to pursue new challenges. Don't wait for the right opportunity to knock at your door. Trust me, it will never arrive. There's only one life we have, so live it to the hilt. Just go ahead, take risks, and live your dreams. The time is now. We are beginning the new year on a joyous note as our Guwahati refinery marks its diamond jubilee today. Being India's first public sector refinery, the Gangotri of Indian Oil set the pace for industrial development in the Northeast and heralded India's energy independence. Inaugurating the refinery 60 years ago, Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, "We are beginning the new year with an auspicious ceremony which will usher in a new era in India and our industrial life." These words also captured the purpose with which our corporation was conceived. Indian Oil remains steadfast in this mandate and continues to create new benchmarks in its mission to energize the country. As we look back, 2021 was phenomenal in terms of our business exploits and witnessed the peaking of our environmental endeavors. We earned the highest ever profits, but what stood out was the never say no spirit of IOCians. That spirit can move mountains and will take us to newer heights in the year ahead. Despite the toughest of times and even a ravaging pandemic, resilient organizations must go beyond the immediate concerns and aim big. I am happy to say that Indian Oil and IOCians have been doing just that. The pandemic has also trained the focus firmly on the critical need to preserve the planet. The struggle between ecological preservation and unbridled growth has been an old one, with the debate gaining primacy in the past couple of centuries. However, the writing on the wall is now loud and clear. In the rush to enjoy the fruits of progress, humankind has ignored the ancient wisdom of leading life in agreement with nature. Today, the impact of climate change has raised the Earth's temperature, with the carbon dioxide levels in the air climbing to an alarming 400 ppm. Limiting global warming will require drastic, immediate cuts in the activities emitting greenhouse gases, and the investment in environmental protection must therefore accompany every act of progress. Thus, as an energy company, our actions must speak loudly regarding environmental proactiveness. So this year, we are geared up to step up our green stewardship and partner the nation towards a cleaner, prosperous tomorrow. Today, I am delighted to announce the year 2022 as the year of crafting a green future.
The fate of a sustainable tomorrow is pronounced by the footprints we leave today. As the world stands on the precipice of a changed reality, the shape of the future is left in our hands. We, the creators, have been empowered to write a narrative that speaks of choices that forge a better tomorrow and opportunities that are best utilized in the furtherance of mankind. While pressing concerns such as climate change, pollution and global warming condition our everyday, it is time to unite in every decision, every call and every step to foster a planet that lives well and breathes free. We, as an organization with environmental consciousness weaved deep in our DNA and customer convenience at our core, have been committed towards orchestrating a cleaner and greener future. Through our many innovative products and solutions, we are enabling the country's future readiness while securing availability and affordability of cleaner fuels to its people. With each of our efforts rooted in transforming the future, we are shaping the country's energy transition and aligning it with the aspirations of 1 billion Indians. We are dedicated to the successful realization of the country's sustainability goals as laid by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Geared up to fulfilling the national mandate for hydrogen mission, we are facilitating India's shift to a hydrogen-based economy. We continue to expand our portfolio to include the entire spectrum of environment-friendly fuel alternatives. We are focusing on building an infrastructure that not only promotes but sustains the changeover. Nurturing a resolve to forever keep exploring and expanding newer paths, we are aligned to the urgent need to scale up the green agenda swiftly and address the concerns of today for a better tomorrow. Together, energized by an expansive goal, with every choice we make, we are building a future that thrives. We at Indian Oil are crafting a green future.
Indian Oil has been the prime mover of transitional energy journey. Our drive to catalyze the greening of India's energy basket was vindicated when our Honorable Prime Minister announced India's commitment to achieving the net zero by 2070. The Panchamrit goals reflect the urgency with which our country will be moving towards the green frontier. It also validates our focus on cleaner fueling options. Even the slightest change can create a significant long-term impact when adopted in the right earnest. Over the years, Indian Oil has consciously woven this intent in its operations. Let me share one such impactful step in spreading our green footprint. We have forged a partnership with the National Mission for Clean Ganga at Mathura Refinery for reusing the city effluent from a sewage treatment plant for the refinery operations. This project is close to completion, and once implemented, nearly 20 million gallons of Yamuna water will be conserved every day. I am proud to share that Mathura Refinery will be the first refinery in the world to achieve such a green breakthrough. We will be replicating this model in other refineries gradually, starting with Gujarat Refinery, where treated sewage water will fulfill the refinery's industrial requirements. Our green conscience extends beyond the operations, and conservation of natural habitat continues to be our priority. The Indian Oil Rhino stands testimony to that resolve. Last year on World Rhino Day, the Indian Oil family came forward to protect the Indian single-horned rhino. Taking that spirit forward, we will be collaborating with the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change to steer the cheetah introduction project at Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. In India, the cheetah went extinct in 1952, and the numbers are dwindling at an alarming rate the world over as well. This project thus assumes historical importance, and I am happy that Indian Oil will power this important initiative that will strengthen the natural ecosystem and restore the country's lost natural heritage. With these initiatives, we'll secure our environmental leadership. We are committed to powering India's drive towards carbon neutrality in the long run. That will begin with the conquering of the hydrogen frontiers. Our hydrogen CNG experiment in Delhi has already revealed significant benefits in reducing exhaust emissions and improving the fuel economy. We are setting up a hydrogen refueling infrastructure at Gujarat Refinery, and subsequently fuel cell buses will be operated from Sabarmati Ashram to the Statue of Unity. Apart from this, 15 fuel cell buses will ply in the NCR region based on green hydrogen produced from various pathways being explored at our R&D center. We are intently pursuing ambitious plans for hydrogen production through green initiatives, including utilizing renewable power to generate green hydrogen. Today, I am happy to announce that we have obtained the expression of interest for the Indian Oil green hydrogen plants at Mathura and Panipat refineries. We have received 18 expression of intent for these path-breaking projects. Let me add that the 40 megawatt hour plant at Mathura refinery is going to be India's largest. We also intend to use more renewable energy in our refinery operations. For this, we have partnered with NTPC to develop low-carbon, renewable energy-based power projects. Electric mobility is another area where Indian Oil is crafting an ambitious blueprint. The IOC Fee Energy Private Limited, that aims to leverage the abundant aluminum reserves in the country, can well emerge as a pioneer in commercializing the aluminum air battery technology in India. Moreover, we shall install EV charging facilities at 10,000 fuel stations over the next 3 years. In 2022 itself, we have a target to set up 2,000 such facilities. While we are all set to pursue these aspirational goals, it is crucial that we do the basics well and excel on our core strengths. To craft a sustainable tomorrow, we must strengthen our existing businesses. Customer centricity, enhancing our service quality, and adding value to the customer experience will be the cornerstone of our progress. On this New Year's Day, I'm happy to announce some unique offerings for our Indian customers. We are launching the Indale Tatkal Seva, wherein we will deliver the Indian cylinders within 2 hours to the customer's premises. This facility is being launched on a pilot basis in Secunderabad. The 2-hour delivery will revolutionize the LPG service landscape in the country, and the facility will be extended to the rest of the country gradually. While this is a significant leap, let me share with you that in the Middle East, LPG customers get their refills delivered within 15 minutes. We must strive to be in sync with global benchmarks and offer the very best to our customers. Indian Oil, as the leading force in the Indian energy sector, must show the way. The LPG refill booking facility for friends and family is also being launched today. It will be a real enabler for those who wish to support their parents, friends, and others with the refill booking. They can also extend this gift of clean fuel to the disadvantaged sections of society. As the theme of crafting a green future reverberates with us, let us remember that while green represents nature, it also stands for hope and happiness. The promise of sustenance goes beyond our business priorities. It's a commitment that we owe to the future generations, and it's high time that we hear the voices of the children. A campaign, Speak Up for the Planet, was launched recently to amplify the voices of the children of our family. It was heartening to listen to their thoughts for the future of the planet.
As an individual, we also have some responsibility and should practice the following. Proper garbage disposal. We should not throw plastic garbage here and there. Planting and watering trees. Using eco-friendly items and avoiding using plastic.
We can save our Mother Earth by reduce, reuse, recycle, grow more and more plants, save water, save electricity.
At Indian Oil, we take pride in being a vibrant social organization, and this year our outreaches brought joy to the lives of the disadvantaged. Compassion is a critical element that defines brand Indian Oil. We have collaborated with the Make-A-Wish Foundation recently to meet the most cherished wishes of children living with life-threatening illnesses. What's more heartening is that apart from the corporate venture, IOCNs have come forward and personally contributed to this noble cause. I'm incredibly proud to lead a team that values kindness so dearly. I was there in the program some time back, and it was overwhelming to see the life-changing impact that a small gesture can bring about. The campaign of Parivartan, Prison to Pride, is another exemplary demonstration of our core values. Through this drive, we have been adding joy and health to the lives of the prison inmates through sports coaching. In the last two phases, we have reached out to 15,000 inmates across 13 states and 25 cities, and the third phase will be launched very soon. I would like to commend the Indian Oil sports stars for contributing to this cause with passion. Before I close, I must touch upon the recent accident at Haldia Refinery, which has once again jolted our journey of progress. My heart goes out to the families of the victims and those injured. We are doing all we can to adequately compensate the families who lost their breadwinners, as well as for the rehabilitation of the injured. It is yet another wake-up call, and let me say in no uncertain terms that complacency on matters related to safety is absolutely unacceptable. The assigned tasks, especially in crucial times like shutdown and startups, must be undertaken with greater responsibility by every IOCM. Any accident at an Indian Oil location not only causes loss of precious life and property, it also inflicts irreparable damage to the brand image of the company. Finally, let me leave you with the instance of a global energy company that operates in a similar space as Indian Oil. The company has been consistently featured as one of the best places to work in over the last several years. This is noteworthy as the IT and tech companies routinely appear on this list. A survey amongst the employees indicated that the greatest factor that has been contributing to their workplace happiness is the immense pride they feel in energizing their country's progress. This reminded me that IOCNs have every reason to feel a stronger connect with the fascinating process of nation building. After all, our genesis was rooted in the purpose of fueling the rise of a newly independent nation. Please remember that as the energy soldiers for the nation, your contribution strengthens India's socio-economic aspirations, and you deserve to be proud of that connection. Pehle Indian, Fir Oil is not merely a branding catchphrase. It is a mantra that guides every action of yours. Your commitment powers the nation's growth. Let this be your ultimate incentive and purpose. This pride should propel us towards greater success in the days to come. And while you chase excellence, please don't shy away from taking risks and questioning the traditional approaches. As Mary Tyler Moore said, take chances, make mistakes. That's how you grow. Pain nourishes your courage. You have to fail in order to practice being brave. I wish each and every one of you fruitful times in the new year ahead. Please stay safe and take all the necessary COVID precautions as COVID is raising its head again. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing with us your views, thoughts, and insights. So 2022, as sir mentioned, will be dedicated towards crafting a green future. While we keep up with the commitment to reduce carbon footprints, we also consolidate our existing businesses and lay emphasis on customer convenience and customer delight all the way. We have also designed a couple of posters on the theme of year 2022, that is crafting a green future. I request Chairman Indian Oil to kindly unveil these posters for IOCNs. The board members are requested to join him in doing so. Thank you, sirs. In line with this thought, today we add another feather to our super brand, Indian. We bring to our esteemed customers yet another facility wherein they can book a refill for their family members or friends and make payments for the same as well. We call it Indian Family Connect. I request Chairman Indian Oil, Mr. Shrikant Madhav Vaidya, to kindly launch this initiative for our customers. Thank you so much, sir. As sir mentioned, this initiative would benefit families where elderly reside away or are not tech savvy to book a refill by themselves. To give us an overview on this, we would now connect to Delhi State Office, where we are joined by Mr. Alok Kumar, Chief General Manager, LPG, Delhi State Office. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, respected Chairman, all board members and senior colleagues. At the outset, I would like to wish all of you a very happy and healthy new year. Thank you very much, Chairman sir, for giving a Delhi State Office another opportunity for launching Indian Family Connect facility for Indian customer. Sir, this is a great initiative being taken for further enhancement of customer service and satisfaction. Sir, we have with us our esteemed Indian customer, Sri Naseem Ahmad of Delhi, who will share his experience and live demonstration of LPG booking for his aunt, Mrs. Naeem Begum, sitting at her residence only in Delhi, who is also an Indian customer. Over to our customer, Sri Naseem.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम नसीम अहमद है। मेरी चाची जी जिनका नाम नईम बेगम है, वो उषा गैस इंडियन की कस्टमर हैं और उनको काफ़ी दिक्कत रही है काफ़ी टाइम से अपना गैस बुक करने के टाइम पर। तो वो कभी अपना मोबाइल आस पड़ोस में या कभी गैस एजेंसी जाकर या कभी मेरे पास आना पड़ता था उनको। तो ऑफिस मेरा घर भी उनके घर से काफ़ी डिस्टेंस पे है, तो उनको रिक्शा करके भी आना पड़ता था। तो ये फैमिली कनेक्ट फैसिलिटी से मैं अपने ही मोबाइल से उनकी गैस बुक कर पाऊंगा। आइए देखते हैं कितना आसान प्रोसेस है। हम सबसे पहले इंडियन ऑयल 1 ऐप में जाएंगे, उसके बाद मेन्यू में, फिर एलपीजी, और ये नीचे माय फैमिली। इनका नेम शो करेगा, मैंने इनको ऑलरेडी ऐड किया हुआ है। तो फिर प्लेस एंड ऑर्डर, नीचे ऑर्डर नाउ, और ये कंफर्म का मैसेज मुझे दिख रहा है, और उनको भी ये कंफर्मेशन का मैसेज चला जाएगा। और मैं यहाँ पे अगर मैं ऑनलाइन पेमेंट करना चाहूँ तो यहाँ से ऑनलाइन पेमेंट भी कर सकता हूँ। तो इस सुविधा के लिए मैं इंडियन ऑयल चेयरमैन एंड सभी अधिकारियों का धन्यवाद करता हूँ।
Thank you, Naseem ji. Over to Gaurav Mittal.
Good morning, sir. Sir, my name is Gaurav Mittal, and I am sitting here at the residence of our Indian customer, Naeem Begum ji. Naeem Begum ji is here with me. Naeem ji, Naseem ji ने आपका बुकिंग कर दिया, तो आपको इस सुविधा से कैसा लग रहा है?
बहुत बढ़िया लग रहा है, बहुत अच्छा। बहुत परेशानी होती थी मुझे, कभी मैं नीचे जाती थी करवाने, कभी यहाँ आती थी नसीम के पास। बहुत बढ़िया है, बहुत खुश हूँ मैं, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे ये सब करके। अब मुझे मेरे घर बैठे नसीम बुकिंग कर दिया करेगा। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. It is always a pleasure.
नसीम, अभी हर हफ्ते बुक करना है आपको?
हाँ नसीम,
नसीम को लगता है आवाज नहीं जा रहा।
सब मतलब हर हफ्ते बुक करना है।
बोलो
जी सर।
ठीक है okay.
Thank you so much, sir, and it is always a pleasure to meet and hear out a happy customer. This facility is unique and exclusively for our Indian customers. While we talk about Indian, we have yet another facility for our customers, Indian Tatkal Seva, where customers can book a refill and get the cylinder delivered within 2 hours from the time of making the payment. A very nominal charge of ₹25 shall be applicable on Tatkal deliveries. Indian Oil will be the first to introduce this facility among the OMCs. Chairman Indian Oil is requested to kindly launch this facility for the customers. The launch will be followed by a short film on this facility.
Over the past years, India's LPG sector has undergone a sea of change in terms of extensive reach and expansion of customer base, including the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana segment. Indian Oil has always been in the forefront of adding value to enhance its customer service. In line with this endeavor to offer its Indian customers a more flexible refill delivery option, Indian Oil has come up with a new initiative, Indian Tatkal Seva. The facility, with a short delivery of Indian refills within 2 hours from booking, is a boon to single bottle connection customers who can now control the time of delivery of refill with a small premium, thereby avoiding running out of gas unexpectedly. Tatkal refills can be booked from Indian Oil website and mobile app. Free payment of retail price of LPG plus Tatkal charges of 25 rupees while booking is mandatory. An SMS confirming the payment and booking is sent to the customer with delivery timeline of 2 hours. Auto invoicing is carried out by the system, and the e-invoice is sent to the customer through the cash memo SMS along with delivery authentication code. Refill delivery staff also receive SMS notification of Tatkal bookings in their delivery app and deliver the refills within 2 hours. If delivery is not made within 2 hours from the time of booking, the additional Tatkal charges paid by the customers would be refunded to them. Tatkal Seva will initially be started for single bottle customers. in the designated cities for bookings made on working days. Tatkal Seva boosts digital payments for refills, avoiding the physical handling of currency and invoices. In this context, the initiative is also a definitive step towards furthering digitalization. The scheme, which adds enormous value by shortening the delivery time to Indian customers,
While Chairman Sir has launched this facility at two of our distributors in Hyderabad, that is Agni Dhwaj Indian Service and Namrata Gas Agency, Indian Oil will be extending this Tatkal Seva to the remaining 63 distributors in the city of Hyderabad by January 15, 2022. Moving on with the program, we have an extremely important annual publication by Corporate Planning and Economic Studies up for release. The Fact Book, being brought out every year, gives an overview of the trends in the global as well as Indian hydrocarbon sector. It also provides insights on the macroeconomic parameters and demographic facts of the world and India. The historical data trends and patterns are presented in a manner which makes it easily retrievable and readily usable. I request Chairman Indian Oil and all the dignitaries to kindly release the fact book for IOCLs. Thank you so much, sirs. The soft copy of the fact book will be available on the CPNES intranet site for enhanced reach and usability. When we talk about crafting a green future, we are confident that with our cutting-edge technologies and path-breaking ideas nurtured by our R&D center would pave a greener path for the entire corporation. I request Director R&D and PNBD, Dr. SSV Ramakumar, to kindly address us on the way forward. Dr. Ramakumar.
Respected Chairman, fellow directors on the board of Indian Oil, entire IOC family present here and joining through web. On my personal behalf and on behalf of Team R&D and Team BD, I extend very warm greetings on this bright sunny New Year morning 2022. I hope and pray that this new year is going to be brighter, safer, healthier, and fruitful to each one of us. Chairman had just launched the theme of this year, 2022, as smooth energy transition for people, planet, and progress. Though this is a surprise launch, we were not having the prior information of what is going to be the theme of this year. But I was very, very happy, pleasantly happy to say that we are all in consonance with the apex thinking of this corporation. And at R&D Center and at Business Development Group, we are continuously striving for this energy transition, and already our plans and agenda for the next few years and more so for the next year specifically are aimed at achieving that particular goal and realizing that theme. Personally speaking, when I say managing transition for me towards decarbonization and sustainable planet is having few basic tenets. And those are the first and the lowest hanging fruit of energy transition is energy efficiency. In every sphere of our operation, we need to achieve the energy efficiency. Then our refining, we are the largest refiners of the country, and so our refining need to turn towards sustainability, integrating the biorefining. We need to pursue waste to energy projects. And as Chairman also mentioned, that carbon capture and utilization is an integral part of energy transition. If you want to still exploit for some more time the cheaper energy source, that is carbon, then we need to transition ourselves to gas and hydrogen, and energy storage solutions need to be pursued, and renewable energy need to be adopted. So on these basic tenets, in the next 3 to 4 minutes, I'm going to give the brass tacks agenda for R&D as well as BD teams for the year 2022. The first goal is upgradation of green combo lubricants and green diesel, extra diesel. These are already our very popular brands in the marketplace, which was launched last year. But you know, development never stops. There's no last word in development for a product or a process. So we are going to continuously improve these products. And when I say improvement, that improvement is in terms of cost efficiency and fuel efficiency. Higher the fuel efficiency, higher would be towards our pace towards decarbonization. Second agenda would be that as assigned by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, we are going to test the compatibility of E20 blends, because there is a national roadmap launched by Honorable Prime Minister that by 2025 on pan-India basis, there will be E20 blending, 20% of ethanol blending. But automobile industry is having a lot of skepticism about the compatibility of E20 blends for the existing vehicle park. And ministry has assigned Indian Oil and Indian Oil R&D Center to test this compatibility and establish this compatibility. So next year, we are going to test this compatibility in a structured testing protocol, finalized consensually with the entire Indian automobile industry, involving entire Indian automobile industry. Side by side, simultaneously, we are also going to test the compatibility of some of the existing new generation lubricants for E20 operations. And this year is going to see the demonstration of already patented, R&D patented COTC configuration, where our claim is that the petrochemical intensity would be minimum 40%. 40% is a big number, but we already got US and European patents granted for this configuration. So there is a interdivisional due diligence committee already in place, and this committee is going to engage in the demonstration of these concepts. There are 3 or 4 concepts with us involving indigenously developed refinery process technologies. So we are going to undertake the demonstration of these concepts. Then we are also, from the BD, we are going to finalize the investment plans for Badrak and Panipat textile parks, linear alkyl benzene project, Panipat refinery expansion of naphtha cracker line 2, and most importantly, checking the feasibility and finalizing the investment of utilizing carbon dioxide at Panipat refinery to acetic acid generation. And R&D has already developed a concept to recycle the polystyrene. Nowhere in the world there is a commercial plant of recycling polystyrene to convert it into monomer grade styrene. So we are just going to go ahead with the demonstration unit at Panipat refinery for polystyrene recycling. We are also going to embark upon field trials of our bio-enriched manure, which is going to be emanated from compressed biogas plants. And we are also going to test the R&D developed crop residue decomposer, so that we'll be ready to launch this product for the next stubble burning season and contribute our might in reducing the menace and improving the ambient air quality in Delhi and NCR region. We are going to aggressively pursue the licensing of our IOC developed biomethanation technology. You might be aware that this is one of the first technologies recognized by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas as one of the 5 technologies under SATA scheme. We are also going to pursue the feasibility and setting up of demo units for biojet production in the country by pursuing 2 ASTM approved biojet production technologies in collaboration with Messrs. Pras and Messrs. Lanzatech. We are also going to demonstrate the techno-commercial feasibility of IOC R&D developed enzyme-assisted carbon capture technology. Already our initial estimates indicate that we are already at the $30 per ton capturing cost level, which is almost at the global benchmark. The world standard and world target is that we should achieve it at $25 per ton, and we are going to test this to be utilized for our already announced EOR project for Oil India Limited. We are also going to make our firm forays into retail LNG by setting up of first 20 auto LNG stations in the country. And already R&D has set up the LNG engine testing facilities. So we are simultaneously testing the compatibility of our gas engine lubricants for LNG operations. And as Chairman also mentioned, that year 2022 is going to see the ambitious pilot plant of running hydrogen-based fuel cell buses at Gujarat as well as at Delhi NCR by utilizing the green hydrogen production pathways and the green hydrogen produced from various pathways. We are also going to take a decisive step in validating the aluminum air battery prototypes, both for stationary and automotive applications. We are also going to expand our business development footprint in Vietnam, and we got a very favorable inclination from Petro Vietnam for tying with us and associating with us in adopting our indigenously developed refinery process technologies. So these are some of the brass tacks green initiatives which we are going to pursue as a collective team of IOC in the year 2022 to realize the theme of that smoother energy transition. I would just like to end my address by one quote from one Czech-born Canadian scientist, very distinguished scientist, Václav Smil. And here is the quote. He quoted, and I quote, "The great hope for a quick and sweeping transition to renewable energy is wishful thinking." So while we denigrate the wishful thinking in the realm of renewable energy, even Chairman in his address, he made that we must keep to possess some oblique thinking, out of box thinking, then only renewable energy adoption and its expansion would be possible. So with this message, as the third wave is staring in the eye, I once again call upon all the team IOCians to adopt the COVID appropriate behavior and take all the precautions to tide over this wave and to strive for the enunciated goals for 2022. Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir, for bringing forth the competitive advantage that Indian Oil R&D brings to the corporation through world-class technology, process solutions, and innovative products, and highlighting our sustainable business development goals for the year ahead. Our people have been our strength over the years. Come hail or storm, Indian Oil people have held the ground and held it strong enough to balance things and make a difference. With agility, adaptability, and alignment, we have become tougher and better. Today, as we stand at the beginning of a long year, the situation still demands us to be dynamic. To talk more on this, I request Director HR Indian Oil, Mr. Ranjan Kumar Mahapatra, to kindly address us.
Thank you. Namaskar and Chairman Indian Oil Vaidya ji, my colleagues in the board of Indian Oil. And today I can't say that I have some people in person with me. So all the IOCNs who have joined me today from all over the country, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, very good morning, and let me begin by sharing my warmest New Year greetings for you and your family. I think last year, if I remember this day, we were grappling with new normal realities, and we were trying to make a sense of transformed pandemic-riddled world. However, today, I think we have every reason to look forward to a year of resurgence. Although pandemic is still not over, and pardon my voice as well, my choked throat, I think I am also a victim of that, but it's still not over, and we must really keep on fighting it. And I'm sure that the pandemic has given us enough challenges, and it has also infused us with strings of positives that will continue to enrich us in days to come. So to start with, as Neha told, I must compliment my entire Indian Oil family for the exemplary resilience you all have demonstrated throughout this pandemic. I think your commitment ensured that country's remotest corners were fueled, energized, even during this most stifling crisis. And I must compliment Chairman and the entire board that during this time, we have also come up with so much of initiatives which have made the life easier for our people. So again, India First is not just a fad. I'm proud to say that we have braved the challenges, and while doing so, we have continued to prioritize empathy. Looking ahead, I think we must recognize that in future, as today's theme also shows, business success will depend on how we rise above these disruptions, these challenges, with our human-centric focus. And we must remember that adding green to our thoughts, our perspectives, our attitude is a crucial thing which would definitely help us craft a green future. As the workplace becomes more agile, more functional interdependence continues to rise, we definitely are we are witnessing a fascinating attitudinal shift, and I'm happy to note. And this credit goes definitely to the younger generations, the newer generations, which is catalyzing this shift at our workplace. And our employees are getting future ready, which is extremely super critical to ramp up our capabilities as a new age organization. So in this context, a few things I'm delighted to share that our phenomenal e-learning platform Swadhyay, it has witnessed the completion of the 1 million course during the last year. This reflects Team Indian Oil's willingness to learn continuously, and this zeal would fuel our future excellence. It's still going strong, but I still feel that we have miles to go. I would urge upon each one of you to take it to that level where we are aspiring, where we all can proudly say that we are a truly learning organization. Of course, this learning journey was further manifested through the release of Indian Oil's HR e-magazine, HR Vista, on 62nd Indian Oil Day. HR Vista is aiming to strengthen the synergy between the PSU HR community and entire organizations, all the PSUs, through collaboration, through engagement. And I'm sure your feedback will enrich it further. Let me also quickly touch upon other crucial new normal learning for us. Like I said before, green souls are necessary to shoulder the green ambitions of an organization. And that's how the topic, that's how the theme for this year is. Today, it is proven that a happy workforce can help the organization reduce turnover costs and raise productivity, which is imperative for any organization to sustain this new normal. And to nurture a happy environment, we also rolled out employee assistance program Paramarsh last year to help, support, enhance the mental, emotional, and physical well-being of the employees. I'm still sorry that there have been cases where I have been anguished at the loss of our people on this mental illness only, but Paramarsh has to go to that level where we can reach each one so that they can take the full advantage of it. This program has been developed to provide support, guidance to employees who are dealing with issues and complications that could adversely affect their well-being and impact their on-job performance and their personal well-being as well. You all know the second edition of Employee Satisfaction Survey, Pratidhwani, was also launched to gauge the pulse of people and the culture of organization. I'm very happy there have been improvements, but not to my satisfaction yet. And I am sure not to the satisfaction of the chairman as well. So as we gear up for 2022, let us remind ourselves how we have been hardwired as a social enterprise. I think chairman spoke about it. It is inbuilt within us, and contrary to popular belief, there does not have to be a trade-off between making a social impact and bottom line profits and investment returns, especially in the area of upskilling unprivileged youth and other weaker section. I think we have been having hundreds of projects which are ushering in lasting transformation, and our SDI Bhubaneswar probably stands testimony to this. So before I end, let me once again touch on the theme of 2022, crafting a green future. Today, IndianOil is resolutely focused on pursuing new energy horizons to drive India's green agenda, but let us not forget the criticality of individual contributions. And unless we all contribute individually to nurture a cleaner and happier planet, it just cannot happen. We cannot afford to slip on the basics like switching off unused appliances, pulling on drives. I think all those the new initiatives that Chairman and R&D explained will all fall flat if you don't follow the basics. So we must resolve that we will be doing our best, and let us involve all the generations which are present in Indian Oil as much as possible in our green habits. To conclude, the pandemic is not yet over, so please don't let your guard down, and please do continue to adhere to all safety protocols. You might ask me, despite that also it may happen, but still you will be safe. Number two, please ensure that each one around you has taken double vaccinations and they are vaccinated fully. I can tell you from my example itself that if you are vaccinated, you are much safer, even if you are again afflicted with COVID. So please stay safe, take care of yourself so that you can take care of the people around you. Stay healthy, shine and sparkle. Thank you very much and have a great year ahead.
So, Mr. Ranjan, a very good New Year look, huh?
I saw COVID se COVID tak.
Actually, when Neha said DHR, मैं बोला, who's this guy coming? फिर पता चला, oh, it's our DHR. So good. Welcome.
Thank
change,
you.
Eh?
Thank you, and thank you so much for appreciating.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for a quick recap on the new normal initiatives Indian Oil took and launched and leveraged upon during 2021. Indian Oil stood shoulder to shoulder with the nation during the prevailing pandemic situation, going beyond business, comforting the ailing nation on priority, yet maintaining profitability has indeed been a daunting task. While we hope for some respite in the months ahead, but as on date, we seem to be grappling with deja vu. We have with us Mr. Sandeep Kumar Gupta, Director of Finance, Indian Oil. I request him to kindly address IOCNs. Mr. Gupta.
Thank you, Neha. Respected Chairman, my colleagues on the board, and dear IOCNs, a very good morning to all of you in this new year. At this occasion, I wish you and your families and all loved ones a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year 2022. At this moment, my heart goes out to all those who lost their lives due to this pandemic, whether they were IOCNs or the IOC channel partner employees, and also to those who lost their lives in various accidents, whether at our installations or those who suffered during the usage of our products. This is a time to reflect on the causes of all such accidents and fatalities and try to plug all those loopholes which give rise to such incidents. While the clamor for energy transition has been there for some years now, and the GOI policies were expediting it, whether it was through renewable purchase obligations or FAME or policies on gas economy, biofuels, green energy obligation, green hydrogen obligation, and lastly, the Panchamrit declaration by Honorable PM at the COP26. So, though it may be a surprise, but the declaration of 2022 as the year for crafting green future was inevitable. What perhaps more is to be done is, and we may see some declaration during this year, is a net zero roadmap by Indian Oil Corporation Limited, which will perhaps bring more clarity on the purpose and the vision of Indian Oil Corporation for various stakeholders. Now, as a responsible corporate citizen, we have been shouldering the responsibility of helping this energy transition. And as an astute commercial organization, we are taking various steps to see that in the wake of this energy transition, we find market for our conventional products in some form or the other in all times to come. Similarly, we are also taking necessary steps to see that we also exploit the new energy avenues and make our mark in all such new energy areas. As far as present is concerned, we are cruising well, and perhaps we'll be clocking another year of good financial results, close on the heel of record profits made last year. This is a good time. We have made a smart recovery as far as consumption of petroleum products is concerned, and the refinery crack spreads have also made a smart recovery. Now, this is the time for all refinery units to exploit this situation of high crack spreads, and my request to them is to exploit this situation fully and expeditiously. This is also a good situation as far as borrowings are concerned. We are very comfortable, and our borrowings are now less than 85,000 crore, which translates to much less than 0.7:1 debt equity ratio. And today I again reiterate that the availability of capital is not a constraint for any initiative which the corporation decides to undertake. And with declaration of 2022 as the year for crafting a green future, I also assure you that with greener steps, we can also mobilize green funds, which are in abundance. They are available in abundance world over. Now, to sustain this good performance, the rules of the games are very, very clear and very simple. We need to maximize the asset utilization. That is, for every unit of asset which we have, we should maximize the production of products or services from them, and we should do that very efficiently, that is at the minimum usage of utilities. Second, we reduce our operating cycle, that is the time taken from conversion of cash to purchases, purchases to consumption, consumption to finished products to receivables, and receivables back to cash. Third, early completion of projects. Having declared various projects on their own merits, whether on strategic grounds or on economic grounds, it is in our interest to see that those projects are completed early so that we derive the benefits out of those projects at an early date. And fourth is the cost optimization. Every penny should be spent well, and we should reflect on the expenditures to see that we add value with every penny which we spend. If we take all these steps and coupled with the practice of core values of care, innovation, passion, and trust, we are sure that we can sustain good performance year after year. With this, I end my message and wish you all again a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights on energy transitions. Sir, that statement of yours that we are cruising well on the very first day of 2022 is extremely heartening and motivating, not only for us, but our stakeholders as well. Thank you so much. From fueling India's energy demands 24/7 to introducing a wider range of product portfolios, keeping in mind the customer first approach, Indian Oil has actually kept the nation on the move even amidst the pandemic. Joining us virtually is Mr. V. Satish Kumar, Director Marketing, Indian Oil. Sir, I request you to kindly address IOCNs.
Namaskar. Respected Chairman Sri Srikant Madhav Vaidyaji, my senior and fellow directors on the board, and my dear IOCNs connected through the web across various modes, across various geographies, and across various divisions of the corporations. Good morning to all of you, and on behalf of Marketing Division and on my personal behalf, I extend to each one of you and your families a very happy and prosperous new year filled with joy, bliss, and health. The last 2 years has been a tumultuous period across the globe for everyone across the globe. We too lost some of our dear colleagues, friends, and members in the family. I pay my tributes and respects to the IOCNs, channel partners, and their families whose lives were claimed by the deadly virus. During the pandemic, every member in the entire supply chain, be the IOCNs on the field, customer attendants at the fuel stations, LPG delivery boys, or the contract personnels, remained totally committed to serve the customer. Not only this, it was very heartwarming to see that we were in the forefront in meeting the demand of the much needed liquid medical oxygen through our refineries. And we also contributed by importing containers for transporting LMO, setting up of PSA plants across the country, and providing oxygen concentrators to the needy sections of the society. This was all done while taking good care of our people and their well-being. This has been a very heartwarming experience, and I feel proud to be a part of this organization with such a great value system. Thanks to Honorable Chairman for declaring 2022 and for crafting a green future. Indian Oil has already been focusing on introducing energy efficient fuels with the help of our R&D experts. We have already introduced fuels like XP95, Extra Green, XP100, Extra Tej, NanoCut as a part of our strategy to reduce import dependency and to reduce the carbon footprint. Waste to energy technologies and initiatives is another area in which we were actively involved. Blending of biofuels in MS and HSD, CBG, IndiGreen, that is the brand name which we given it to us, Servo Raftar, Servo Green Mile. They also reduce the carbon footprint, develop a circular economy, and build an Atmanirbhar Bharat. These all initiatives have been taken in the last 1 year, and we have found that these products are being received well in the market, and people are totally appreciating it, and it is a very positive sign. And I'm sure, sir, during this 2022, the marketing division will focus on further consolidating and expanding these market products across the country. We are also equally focused about setting up of 10,000 EV charging stations, which we have promised. Out of that, 2,000 EV charging stations in the current financial year itself. Our all-out efforts will be there to support these green initiatives, especially on developing and stabilizing the markets for LNG, CNG, and HCNG segments, and to take strides to occupy a major share in the emerging gas economy. All these efforts, I'm sure, will help India and also our corporation to achieve our net zero target in days to come. While it is being so, we would like to remain the customer's company of choice, which under your able guidance and support system, we have launched many service-centric initiatives in the last 1 year, which we would like to consolidate in the year 2022 also, with respect to the integrated ITPS, which we have launched to ensure the fidelity of transactions, or whether it is the Q and Q perception or the stabilization of the automation. So, or even the presence of Indian Chotu across, and also spreading the presence of the composite cylinders across the country. So with the changing lifestyles, it has become now important, the aesthetics of the product and the ease of transactions are as much valuable as the necessity of the product itself. So we are moving in the right directions in those arenas. And while these things are in place, I would also like to put it on record that our existing businesses, that is the fuel businesses, continues to be robust. And I'm sure the latest Global Platts Analytics report has also said that our consumption demand will reach somewhere around 7 million barrels by 2030 from the current level of 5 million barrels. So it is incumbent upon us to see that we start fortifying our businesses, strengthen the existing systems, and generate enough revenues to support our costs for developing the green initiatives which we are embarking upon, and also have a leading market share in all these energy segments. While this being in the place, safety remains the key word for us, and safety is non-negotiable and must be the way of life for each one of us. So there will be zero tolerance towards the non-adherence to the SOPs and the robust systems which we have put in place. As a part of our future ready objectives, so we continues to focus on our upgrading the skill set through our Swadhyay, as well as to the specific areas which are required, and we will be embarking upon and also promoting our officers to tread onto these learning opportunities and get themselves upskilled. So as regards to our reaching out to lives is concerned, IndianOil, sir, is today still most respected company, and our initiative on Parivartan, Present to Pride, has been well received in the last year, and we look forward such initiatives in days to come. Before I conclude, let me assure you that these turbulent times are a basket of new opportunities for the corporation to rise and reach higher echelons. We should be aware of our capabilities, recognize the sense of purpose in each of these initiatives, understand the importance of individual role in the big picture, hone our execution skills and monitoring mechanisms to achieve the goals of the corporation. I believe this will be the key to cementing our position as the energy of India. Once again, I place my sincere wishes to each one of you and all the best. Stay safe and stay healthy, and undertake productive and business-oriented initiatives in its right earnest. Jai Hind. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for reiterating how Indian Oil went beyond business to serve the nation during the entire pandemic situation. Thank you for also highlighting our low carbon product offerings that were launched during 2021, which will undoubtedly bloom in the year ahead. When we talk about energy transition, green energy, hydrogen-based economy, a lot needs to be worked out in terms of infrastructure. A safe, dependable, and cost-effective transportation is essential to the wider adoption of green hydrogen economy in the country. As a pioneer in oil pipelines, managing one of world's largest oil pipeline network, Indian Oil is all set to reach new milestones in the year ahead. We take this opportunity to welcome Director Pipelines, Mr. D.S. Nanavare, on the board of Indian Oil. Sir, I would humbly request you to kindly address IOCNs.
Thank you, Neha. Respected Chairman Indian Oil, fellow directors on Indian Oil board, senior leaders from corporate office, divisions, and dear IOCNs who are present here and who have connected through web. Namaskar, good morning, and very happy new year to all of you. I joined as Director Pipelines on 20th December 2021, and it is indeed my proud privilege to extend my heartiest greetings to all IOCNs and their family members from this August forum. As a responsible corporate entity, Indian Oil is adopting the New Year 22 with the theme Crafting a Green Future, which will ensure smooth energy transition for people, planet, and progress. Chairman's inspiring words regarding the sustainability initiatives will give momentum and thrust to make us even more green company, in accordance with the theme of the year 2022. We have been devoting each calendar year to a particular theme, and our experience has been that the chosen theme gets mainstreamed across the corporation. This year's theme especially resonates with us Indian Oil pipeliners. Pipelines transportation is the safest, the most environment friendly, and reliable mode of transportation of hydrocarbons over a large distance. And we have been pioneers in this sector since 1964. We have been relentlessly adding to our pipeline network for increasing our reach in all forms of hydrocarbon transportation. Last year, we commissioned the prestigious 143-kilometer long Ramanathapuram to Tuticorin gas pipeline, which was dedicated to the nation by Honorable Prime Minister of India. Despite the deadly second wave of Corona-19, natural calamities like cyclones and extended monsoon, last year, more than 1,200 kilometers pipeline could be welded and 1,500 kilometers could be lowered. In our pursuit to emerge as a single largest player in the emerging CGD sector, gas in operations has been completed in Aurangabad, Bukar last year. It is a matter of great satisfaction that CNG sales have started taking place from 42 retail outlets. These numbers are likely to rise rapidly as more of CGD infrastructure gets commissioned. I'm confident that our CGD business is going to emerge as major revenue earner with high potential to contribute to the growth of agenda of our corporation. In the year 2021, investment approval for 17.5 MMTPA crude pipeline from Mundra to Panipat was accorded by Indian Oil Board at an estimated cost of rupees 9,028 crores. Further, we are expecting a handsome number of GAs to be awarded to us in 11th round of bidding concluded recently. Today, through our network of 15,000 kilometers of underground cross-country pipelines, more than 3,100 pipeliners are engaged in bringing energy to life of over 1.35 billion Indians. We truly conform to the corporate tagline of Pehle Indian, Phir Oil. At Pipelines Division, we look forward to a very eventful 2022. With many ongoing projects nearing completion, It is our collective responsibility to ensure that we complete all our projects within the timelines without any cost overruns. For seamless operations, we have a tremendous responsibility to keep our assets in good health and secure energy needs of the country reliably. As the energy landscape undergoes rapid change, we must be ready and agile to grab all opportunities of growth. We Indian Oil pipeliners have an innate capacity to deliver results even in the face of tremendous odds. This is because we are a right blend of experience and young talent. Today, I say with tremendous pride and confidence that we will continue to achieve bigger milestones for catalyzing the growth of Indian Oil. My confidence stems from the cohesiveness across functions who work with the purpose to maintain uninterrupted flow in the energy arteries to keep the nation on the move. We call this philosophy Aviral Prabhav. In accordance with the theme for the year 2022, we will earnestly adopt sustainability practices in our personal lives and become role models in the society. Before I conclude, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome 86 new IOCNs who have recently joined across 5 regional offices. Our great company will provide them multiple opportunities and to those young budding engineers, and I wish them best of luck. Once again, a very happy new year to all the entire Indian Oil family. Stay safe, stay healthy. Jai Hind, Jai Indian Oil.
Thank you so much, sir, for reflecting upon the milestones we reached as far as pipelines is concerned and highlighting the expectations and the roadmap ahead. Well, this brings us to the end of this inaugural function. As we step into the year ahead, let us learn from what we left behind, from our mistakes, our struggles, and as we learn, we shall start living in a customized way, making informed choices so that we can transform our lives and positively impact the lives of others. I thank all the dignitaries, IOCNs, stakeholders, customers who joined us for this program today. Wishing you all a very happy and prosperous 2022. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful year ahead. Thank you.